He said it over dinner. Not to me, to my kids. Your dad was just a loser who got lucky, he told them, voice thick with whiskey and pride. Real success is about heart. Your uncle has that. He helps family. They laughed, awkward and confused. My oldest tried to change the subject. But my youngest, she's too honest. She told me everything that night, whispering through tears, like she'd witnessed a crime. And she had. That was the moment something in me went cold. I used to worship my father. He built nothing, but spoke like he owned the ground beneath us. I grew up thinking strength meant control, that love meant silence. He'd remind me I was average, too sensitive, too soft. I worked harder just to prove him wrong. Every insult became fuel. When I finally made it, when the business turned real profit, when the house wasn't rented, when my kids had a life I never did, he showed up with that same smirk, like I'd borrowed success from him. He'd tell neighbors I got lucky online. Luck, apparently, built a company, hired 60 people, and paid off his medical debt last year. Still, I let him talk. He was my father. You don't fight blood, right? You just bleed quietly. But hearing my kids repeat his words, that was different. That was a line. He didn't insult me this time. He rewired my children. He planted shame where pride should have grown. So I smiled, thanked my daughter for telling me, kissed her forehead, and went silent for 2 days. Silence, that's where plans form best. I knew his pattern. He only respected money he could touch. So I decided to take away what he thought he owned, my help. Every month I sent money quietly, covered bills, stocked his fridge, handled his insurance. He never said thank you. He said things like, "You owe family." I stopped. Then I called his landlord. The house was under my name. Always had been. He didn't know that. I'd bought it in cash years ago just so he could live comfortably without rent. I told the landlord to deliver an envelope, from me. Inside it, 1 page. A title deed. A transfer of ownership to my father's golden boy. My brother, the one who'd never worked a day but always had excuses. And a single note. You said he helps family. Let him start paying the bills. The next visit was a performance. He opened the door, smug, pretending he hadn't heard from the landlord yet. "You came to see the old man," he said, that same grin. "Your brother stopped by, told me you're mad about something. Don't tell me it's about the kids. I was just teaching them the truth," I cut in. "I know, you did it well." His eyes narrowed. "You don't talk to your father that way." I handed him the envelope. "Then maybe you should read this like a father would." He tore it open, lips moving as he read. His smirk collapsed halfway through. This says the house belongs to your favorite son now," I said. "You're welcome." He went pale. "You can't, you wouldn't." I already did. He dropped into the chair like air had left him. For once, he didn't have a line ready. Just shaking hands, eyes darting between me and the paper like he could unsee it if he blinked fast enough. I watched him breathe heavy, chest caving, pride leaking out in silence. That same silence he used to weaponize against me. Now it belonged to me. He begged later, called, left messages, even showed up at my office, something he swore he'd never do. "I didn't mean it," he said, voice cracked. "You've always been the real winner, son. I was proud. I say stupid things." But that's the thing about words. Once they're spoken, they don't die. They echo. They grow teeth. I told him I forgave him, but forgiveness isn't the same as returning what's lost. My brother moved in a week later. The house fell apart within a month. Unpaid bills, broken promises. My father now rents a small room near the bus station. He still calls sometimes, leaves voicemails about missing family dinners, about how things used to be. I listen, then delete. Not out of anger, out of peace. Because this isn't revenge anymore. It's balance. For years he made me feel small to make himself bigger. Now he's finally standing in his true size, without my shadow to hide in. When people ask about him, I just smile. He's doing fine, I say. But sometimes when I tuck my kids in, I remember his voice at that dinner table, how casually he poisoned pride with envy. And I remind them quietly, never let anyone rewrite your story, not even family. Especially not family. Then I turn off the light, close the door, and sleep like a man who finally stopped apologizing for winning.